Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. Welcome, everybody, to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Of course, we are here tonight for our annual roundup of all things Christina Ricci. This is, of course, our Christina Ricci show. I threw this whole thing on, and we are just going to hang out. Now, unfortunately, you would think she's got a bunch of stuff coming out. She's doing a lot of talk shows. I think I just saw her on Seth Meyers or something. This is a talk show. I do interviews. Maybe last minute her publicist will reach out. So that's what we're hoping for. Anyway, we're going to be making 2 different cocktails. We're going to sort of elongate a Thursday night just a little bit. We're going to be making 2 cocktails tonight, both of them based on Christina Ricci. Neither of them that I invented. Listen, I'm an important guy. Lots to do. I don't have time to sit around and just make up cocktails for Christina Ricci whenever she wants. Unless that's what she wants, and then, of course, we'll do it. But I figured we would try 2 cocktails that are absolutely dedicated to Christina Ricci. One to a character that she played, Zelda Fitzgerald, and then, of course, another one that I didn't realize you could do this. So you just type in somebody's name and put in cocktail, and almost guaranteed somebody will have created a cocktail for it. So we're gonna be making a cocktail tonight called the Christina Ricci. 2 ingredients, very simple. I have no idea whether she likes either one of them. She has not written a book yet. Get on it. Says the pot to the kettle. And of course, we'll be making one called the Violet Femme. That was kind of cute. Violet Femme. So that's what we're up to tonight. Oh no. It looks like oh no, never mind. Good. Okay, we're good. I thought all of my things had gone. They're not. It's all good. I'm a very capable host, very capable of giving real interviews to real celebrities. So if anybody's ever watching wants to know. Okay, let me say hello to the people. Let me say hello first of all to Moose. Greetings, Dr. Cush and Miss Ricci. I think she probably watches later. It's gonna be tough for her to be on the live show though. She's watching afterwards. It's not going to be easy. Shawnee Pennebaker, good evening to you, and happy Christina Ricci's birthday. Technically on the 17th, but I'm busy on the 17th, so we had to do this a little early. Instead of a Valentine's Day show every year, we do Christina Ricci's birthday every year. That's kind of the thing. Cheers to the dark-eyed, dark-haired girl who stole Cush's heart when he was a boy. Yes, indeed. Cheers to Saint Christina and all that she has done for all of us. Just a quick reminder, DCW Clark, winner of the 2023 Cush Tucky Derby. So that's fun. Amy Beer is here. Hello to Amy Beer. Good to see you there. Cocktail Lulu, it's a fabulous rainy eve here in California. It is very rainy. It's very windy too. It's terrifying. I did have to go out today. I love rain. From the inside. That's like my favorite thing. There's I dare you right now, come up with a better type of weather than rain when you're inside. There isn't. Rain when you're outside, the exact opposite. Nobody wants to be wet. I'm like a cat that way. Do not get me near water. Ruins my day. Howdy to you, Dougie G. Dougie G and Cocktail Lulu both allowed behind the bar. My goodness, it's like an avalanche here all of a sudden. Thank you guys so much for that. And sorry, allowed to stay after the close. Dougie G and Lulu are allowed to stay. Once the bars close, you stick around, hang out. I don't know exactly what that means. We're gonna figure it out. Let's see. Kyle's all over the place. Aloha to the Lulu. There we go. Good to see ya. Let's see who else we got. Weather forecast is +4, -5, or plus probably +4 to 5 Fahrenheit. That makes more sense. I don't think outside in Europe where Moose lives, I don't think that they do math equations for the Fahrenheit. I don't think that's right. Glenn Cushman could miss Miss Ricci's birthday. Couldn't miss it. Not for the world. Definitely not. So that's what we're here to do. Who else we got? Cush should be playing Violent Femmes in the background. A little Blister in the Sun, a little American music, one of my favorites. Yes, she's the splitting image of Jen. Yeah, if you guys have ever seen Jen, and you've also probably seen Christina Ricci, you would know that they're just about opposites. But I like them both. Anyway, let's get into it. Christina Ricci, of course, an actress since she was 9. She was in a movie called Mermaids with Cher. I haven't seen it. I'll be very honest with for liking Christina Ricci so much. I have not seen a lot of her movies. I probably should do that. The movies that she's in that I really like, I watch them often. I love Sleepy Hollow. I think she's great in Sleepy Hollow. I love Casper. I think she's great in Casper. What else? I really like Monster. Pretty good in Monster. Buffalo 66. All great movies. She did the whole thing. Anyway, she's been a very, very famous woman for a very, very long time, and thus has sort of got a bit of a, following. People follow her. People know who she is. So people create cocktails for her, no matter what. Jen is concerned now that I haven't seen Mermaids. I have not seen Mermaids. I probably should watch Mermaids. At some point, we'll watch Mermaids. Let's figure it out. Oh, gosh. WG did not tell that we upgraded. Well, fight it out. Davey Virtue is here. Good to see you, Davey Virtue. Welcome to the Christina Ricci Show. Anyway, just like all artists, cocktail artists are here to make art with their cocktail, and we have muses. I found cut to the chase. Found a cocktail today online. I put in Christina Ricci cocktail. I was not feeling particularly inspired today, and I put in Christina Ricci cocktail, and one did come up. It's a 2-ingredient drink. Neither of these ingredients really remind me of Christina Ricci, but again, I don't know her. I don't stalk. I just been a fan for a long time. So, oh gosh. Oh, got one left. Good. Phew. One glass left. We're going to make this one in glass. Why not? It's a cocktail called the Christina Ricci. Why is it called the Christina Ricci? Don't have any clue. 2 things that I don't drink a lot of either. So we are going to have to reach down to a low, dusty shelf in order to get the stuff we need. We're going to go all the way down here and find some scotch. I know I have some. So see you guys in a minute. What do we got here for scotch? We have Oshentoshen. That's pretty darn good. I got some Bladnock. How low is the Bladnock? Oh, Bladnock's real low. Maybe we'll do Bladnock. I love a Bladnock. And we can talk about Bladnock for a little bit. This is Bladnock, everybody. Welcome to Bladnock. So everybody say hi, Bladnock. Hi, Bladnock. Hello. This is Samsara. Bladnock, for those of you who don't know anything about Scotch, and if you watch this show exclusively, then you wouldn't, because I don't talk about Scotch that often. Scotch, of course, made in Scotland, made of malted barley. There are many different varieties of Scotch. There are different qualities of Scotch. There are different ways to make Scotch. The most famous, of course, being a single malt. Everybody loves hearing single malt. I think this is a single malt. Yeah. It's a single malt. In Scotland, a single malt just means that it's all made at in one distillery. So you're not like blending anything from different distilleries. This is the blend master, or the distill master, basically saying, "Watch this. I'm gonna do a backflip." That's kind of what a single malt is. Well, I'm gonna make a good Scotch, but I'm not gonna do any blending. We're gonna make it straight from the thing. There are I guess there are probably more. There are 5 main Scotch regions. Let's do it on this hand right here. If you take a look at this, you'll notice that my hand can be divided into 2 regions, north and south. These are the Highlands. These are the lowlands. All right. Way up here, or I guess way over this way, It's all confusing now. Way over this way, you have the Islas. Down here, though, is what we're talking about. Oh, right here, you got Spey side. This is where most of the scotches come from. The Spey is a big old river. So if you're Spey side, you're on the side of the Spey. Right here, though, is where a lot of the most famous whiskeys, the Macallan comes from there, Glenfiddich, all the Glens. This is where the Glens live, right in this sort of general area in the Highlands. But down here in the lowlands, for some reason, they just don't make a lot of scotch, or at least they don't make a lot of very popular scotch. It doesn't make it out here. So this right here is a lowland scotch. Comes from the lowlands. Most scotch is made in the highlands. These are from the lowlands. And technically, Bladnoch is one, if not the, when I last heard, it was the lowest. But I guarantee people are fighting for this honor now. It is the lowest scotch. There isn't a scotch made that is further south than Bladnoch. Listen, I appreciate scotch. I like scotch. When I drink scotch, I have to think about scotch. Always. I always have to sit, scotch is usually too expensive to just take shots of. Also, my wife, who is definitely a Viking, the Vikings were the ones that brought scotch to Scotland. They basically were just sailing right over the top of Scotland. And they're like, I guess they'd be more like Norwegian. Oh, here we are. We're going to go down to Scotland and we're going to make them drink this malted barley. I don't do accents. Anyway, the Vikings brought it, and thus, deep within my wife's blood is an anger that only Scotch can bring out. And truly, only Scotch can bring it out. Otherwise, she's incredibly pleasant. A very nice woman to be around. We're going to go ahead and put in 2 ounces of some Scotch. What do you think I'm going to do with the rest of this? Snort it, probably. Throw this right there so we can snort it later. And then the last ingredient that goes in here, kind of interesting. I don't understand if it'll do anything. Maybe it'll be a little magic. Christina Ricci, I think, is a lot of people's crush. But, like everything, some people love it, some people hate it. Some people think it's absolutely magic. This right here is an ingredient. One second. Just, hello? No, I'm good. Okay, yeah. Can you take my number off this list? Thank you. Thought somebody was calling. Thought somebody specific was calling. They're not. Okay, we are going to go ahead and add this. This is an ingredient that we don't use often at the bar. This is coffee. Cush does not drink coffee. Cush is already a little, Dr. Cush, he already called himself doctor of one thing, is a little afraid that if he went down the coffee rabbit hole, there would be no coming back. I think you can be as snobby about coffee as you can about cocktails. So one less thing to worry about. We're going to go ahead and put in a little bit more than a 1/4 ounce of just some fresh brewed, just some fresh brewed coffee. That's about right. That's it. That's the cocktail. We'll put some ice in there. We got no real other use for it, so we'll put in one of these big old balls of ice. Oh no. Well, we'll do it by hand. We'll go ahead and put in a big, beautiful ball of ice. Oh, I have this one. Look at this guy. Right there. Take this, drop it in. I will be very honest with you guys. The quality of the scotch that you use is going to matter greatly. The less ingredients you put in to a cocktail, usually the more important those ingredients are. I don't drink coffee, but my wife and producer certainly drinks coffee. She worked at probably the bougiest coffee place in Los Angeles for a while. She got the job not because she knew much about coffee, because she was a fast learner. I think that's how most of us get jobs. She worked at a place called the Pig, the Bourgeoisie Pig. So she got that coffee addiction. So we have a little espresso maker. So technically, I don't know if this is, I don't know. Yeah, Davey Virtue's asking the right question. Is this drip or espresso? This is espresso. Which I learned does not mean fast. It means pressed. Espresso. Kind of a simple drink. I don't know. This is called the Christina Ricci. It's scotch and coffee. Honestly, to be very honest, what a badass thing to be named, like to have named after you. I'm sure when somebody does a Dr. Cush, when I finally finish a Dr. Cush cocktail, it will have rum and grenadine, which is closer to a Shirley Temple than it is to a scotch and coffee. So well done, Christina. Inspiring people to just throw two very strong things into a cup and name it after you. She's like 4'11", so very kind of a fun thing. Let's see how we do. Smells like coffee. Let's be fair. I don't drink enough coffee to not notice coffee when coffee's around. Listen, I can't say I'm surprised at the cocktail. It tastes like scotch and coffee, but it does kind of do something. Like the coffee does do a little something to the scotch. It does sort of bring out some of the drier notes of the scotch, some of that malt. The Bladnock that I'm using it's a lowland, so it's not going to be a big old peat bomb. That just isn't. You usually find peat bombs, you know, like those really smoky ones, taste like bandages. I usually find those closer to the water, because peat is a moss that grows in the water. So you got to be near water to get that peat going. I'm sure that there's enough like lakes in the lowlands to also get peat, but it's not a real smoke bomb. So we are dealing with kind of a sweeter scotch. Anyway, so the coffee does something kind of nice, brings it out. I will say this, Cocktail Lulu, Cush on caffeine, this could get real weird. I should have done this one last. But, wow. I would normally say, Kyle, do you want to come get your drink? But I don't want this anywhere near my wife. So I'm just gonna put it over here. Make sure we can still see the rest of it. That's the Christina Ricci cocktail. Would I highly recommend the cocktail? I wouldn't highly recommend it. 1 second. 1 second. Hello? Oh. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Hey, so I'm sorry. Can you take me off this list? Okay, thank you. Bye. Sorry, unknown number. I didn't know if somebody was calling. I didn't know if somebody wanted to. Whatever. Let's go again. We this week broke new ground at Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. We came up with a whole new type of class. It was a book club. Now, when we say it was a book club, I think it was more just Cush read a book and then wanted to talk to you guys about it. But some of you guys also read that book with me. I had a lot of thoughts and feelings on it, and I let those go. I let those be known in a different style of a different format than we normally do. I was not my normal animated self. I was a little bit more subdued, a bit more professorial, and this I think is the kicker. Wore a beanie. I did wear a beanie on that one. So in that, we talked greatly. I think one of the more interesting characters in the book we read, called A Movable Feast, was the character of Zelda Fitzgerald. Now, why do we bring up Zelda Fitzgerald on a night where we are talking about Christina Ricci? Well, of course, Christina Ricci... Is this a... I've been looking for a card recently. I wonder if this is... No, okay. Christina Ricci starred in the HBO or Showtime, one of the pay ones. She played Zelda. She played actual Zelda Fitzgerald, F. Scott Fitzgerald's wife. In my opinion, and certainly in Hemingway's opinion, the villain of the book, probably in a lot of books, but certainly in A Movable Feast, Hemingway saw her as absolutely a foil, as somebody who was keeping down a good writer, making him sort of sell out so that he could live a lifestyle. In the end, this all became the whole book was about selling out and you know, whether you're a marked for death writer or whatnot, and how great it is to be young. So Christina Ricci played Zelda, and I'm gonna watch it. Not only did she play Zelda, though, and this was kind of interesting. There's a quote from Christina Ricci. I went down this little path recently. She said, "If I had to audition for Zelda, I would have never got it." It's smart business lady. She decided instead of 1 second. Hello. No. Yes, I did vote. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I don't. Can you take me out this list? Okay, thank you. Sorry. Unknown numbers, just in case. She played. She produced the whole thing. She produced the entire thing. How great is that? She loved this character of Zelda that Hemingway despised so much. She loved her so much that she produced a whole show so that she could play her. I think that is spectacular. So it'd be one thing if we were just making a cocktail based on a character that Christina had played. That is, of course, not what we're doing. Instead, we are going to play, we're going to be making a character that is based off of a drink. We're going to be making a drink that is based off of a character that Christina Ricci absolutely loved. Enough so that she produced a show called Z. The beginning of it. 1 second. Hello? Hello? Oh. Sorry, can you take me off this list? Okay, thank you. It wasn't anybody. Okay, so we're going to be making a cocktail right now called the Violet Femme. It is by somebody. Somebody made it. I did not make this. Somebody made it. I forgot to, darn it, I forgot to put their name in here. Check in down below. I will give them credit. I want to give bartenders credit when they create cocktails. We are, turns out it is illegal to trademark a cocktail. You just can't do it. Or not, maybe it's not illegal. It's not possible. I'm going to switch it up just a little bit. We're going to make this just a little different than the way they do it. They call for vodka. Anytime a cocktail calls for vodka, almost always I will reach for some gin. This right here is Brando gin. I also think that this works really well. How come? Pink. Look at the pink. Woo, pink. I think this will do well. We're going to be putting some other colors in here. So don't worry too much about what's going on here. Nope. Let's go ahead and put in 2 ounces. How many ounces did I say? 2. 2 for Z. 2 ounces of some gin. I'll be using Brando Motu gin, Island gin. There we go. All the way in, all the way out. Put this thing and knock it out. We are going to be putting in 2 different sweeteners in this one. And the way that this was written, it seems like a lot. This may overpower us. These are 2 very intense ingredients. So I think I'm going to adjust it a little bit. But first, we're going to start over here with our big old bottle of maraschino liqueur. This is Luxardo Maraschino liqueur. We get a free bottle if we show up in AZ. I don't know, a free bottle. Just kidding. I wouldn't sell you guys bottles. It's a matter of how many bottles I will have. But I will give as many of them away as I can. That's what we're doing. We're going to go ahead and put in, how about, oh, is that coffee? No, good. Whew. We're going to go ahead and put in, the recipe calls for 3/4 of an ounce. I think half an ounce of Luxardo Maraschino liqueur is always the right amount. So we're going to start with half an ounce, and we will go up from there. Half an ounce. It's cherries. but they're kind of violent cherries. They are mean little cherries, sort of a big old angry taste bombs of cherries. We're also going to be reaching for a recipe that I don't reach for all that often. This right here is Giffard Creme de Violette. Not because it's made of cream. We all know this. I'm saying it for everybody that's not watching. You know, all those Ricci heads. Oh, some of you are here. All those Ricci heads. This is going to be a creme means the best of, like the creme, the top of it, because this is sort of the distilled and bestified version of violet. It is a violet liqueur. Disappeared for a while, and then brought back in like the early, I don't know, 2000s. It's tough. 1 second. Hello? Yes. Oh, really? Oh. Okay. Hey. Cool. Hey, I gotta call you back. Okay. Hey, can you take my name off this list? Okay, bye. This is creme de violette. We're gonna go ahead and put in half an ounce of some creme de violette. It's gonna give our cocktail a nice like purple look. It's going to do a whole little purple look. We're going to go ahead and give this a shake. Hopefully we have enough ice. We have 2 pieces of ice left. We'll be good. Only need 1. Drop it in. Boop. Okay, let's give this a shake. Hard to shake in a soup. I always see the Japanese bartenders are so good at it because they get real low and they go like this. Oh, dang. Did I get the day wrong? Well, good thing we did it today. I thought it was the 17th. I guess it's the 12th. So happy birthday to Christina Ricci. It's already happened. She's 45. Just kidding. We stand a 45-year-old. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's find a glass that is suitable for our Christina. You guys can see what it looks like as it's going in. Yeah, you guys can see it. I think this is kind of a fun glass. We don't use this glass all that often. We can just throw this in as the Christina Ricci glass for tonight. Oh. Got all higgledy-piggledy. There's something else that goes into this. We need a little lime. A little lemon. This is not Jim Beam flavored lemon. We upcycle bottles. Half an ounce of some lemon juice. And we'll shake it again. One more little shake. We put that big ice cube in there so we can shake it a few times. Won't melt as fast as we need it to. Pour this in. Really kind of a pretty drink. Let's see if this works. Yeah, kind of a pretty drink. I mean, the red, obviously, that's going to throw the whole thing off because it's going to make it all look a little red. But it should have a bit of a purpleness to it from the violet. Kind of a sweetheart on the outside, but dark and brooding on the inside. It calls for an orchid. We don't use orchids here, so instead we will put a little umbrella in there. There we go. Is that a new glass? It is not a new glass. In fact, it is an antique glass, but I think I get the question. Is that a new glass to me? It is not a new glass to me either. This is, I go to a flea market every once in a while, always looking for new glassware. I think I bought 7 of these, and I think I broke like 6 of them. So this might be the way to go. Moose is calling for a double strain. I'll double strain it. I got nowhere to be. I think that's probably right, Moose. Get some of that ice out of there. There we go. How about that double strain? Let's see how much ice we got in there. Yeah, honestly, good call, Moose. Enough ice. We got enough ice, probably enough lemon. in there and make it a little crystal clear. Since nobody's here to give me Yelp reviews, people are just here to call me an idiot on the computer. I forget sometimes my cocktail manners. This is it, guys. The Violet Femme, based on our good friend Zelda, played by Christina Ricci. She okay. Cheers to you guys. Holy crap. Yowza. A lot of big flavors in this. For being kind of a petite drink, a lot of big flavors. I'm very happy I put the lemon juice in there. I feel like otherwise it would taste a lot like perfume. With the Motu gin, I think any kind of gin you're going to do, you're going to get a lot of that pine going. The Luxardo Maraschino liqueur shows up in every drink. At half an ounce, this is just a quick... anybody ever seen Harry Potter? When Harry Potter finds the book by the Half-Blood Prince. I'm not going to give the whole thing away, who he was or anything, but in that book, the Half-Blood Prince writes little notes next to all the things, and he says, you know, instead of trying to cut these little beans, turn your knife to the side and smash them. Even though it says cut them in the book, he says smash them. And if I was to write a cocktail book, or better yet, comment on other people writing cocktail books, because I think that that's probably where I'm better, because I've never written a cocktail book yet. One day. I would say anytime something says 3/4 of an ounce of Luxardo Maraschino liqueur for one serving, I would say cut that down to half an ounce of Luxardo Maraschino liqueur, and also the same thing for our good friends at Giffard, the Violette. Any Violette, I think half an ounce most, and then bump up your gin. Always bump up your gin. Gin's so good. Very nice. Well, darn it. We are coming to the end of the show. Just see if... No. Okay. Well, time marches on, my friends. It has been 5 years since I have been doing a cocktail show dedicated to Christina Ricci. One night a year, close to her birthday, we do our Christina Ricci show. You know, don't want to bug her, don't want to reach out, don't want to go through things. I just sometimes you think maybe she'll hear about it, maybe she'll call in. Didn't happen. How does this differ from an aviation? Not by much. Pretty similar. Usually in aviation, for a lot of people, they'll throw a little sugar in there. Different proportions as well. Thank you. You Leet Ochoka for a loss. Yeah. Okay. Let me just... No. All right. Well, I guess there's nothing to do but end it. A very happy birthday to Christina Ricci. If you guys are looking to send gifts, I know that she does a charity, the Rain charity, about it's a whole thing about it. We're not going to get into how deep it is, but Rain, RAINN. Oh, that's true. This one originally, first of all, Keith Austin is here. Keith Austin is allowed behind the bar, so he could have just come and whispered that in my ear. Ooh, is that what we should do? I wonder if I can give you guys a way to whisper things to me. We're gonna figure it out. Yes, this one actually does. That's very true. This one originally does call for vodka, and it calls for this one. I put gin in there, so I guess I did sort of stumble upon just making an aviation. Here we are. Didn't even think about it. Oh, here we go. Rain.org right there, guys. If you guys are interested at all and you guys got some charity in you, I think Rain is a really good one. Christina is a spokesperson. Let me just check real quick. Nope. Okay. Well, that's the Christina Ricci show. We have done it. Christina did not show up again, but maybe next year. We will be back, guys. Here's the deal. I'm going to be trying to do a show on Saturday. It will be a weird one if I can do it. If we can do it, it'll be weird. I will keep you guys up to date on my schedule. It's going to get weird. I just have a weird week or so coming up. So we may be doing classes on Mondays and Wednesdays coming up here for a minute. We may be doing classes a little early. We might even do a weird one, starting them a little late. So she's probably hungover from her birthday yesterday. Yeah. She's probably a little hungover. Okay, that's what I got for you guys. Don't be sad. I won't. I won't be sad. Put on a brave face. This is Avery, everybody. Give me an ooh. 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 I think that's like I got burned. Ooh. Ooh. Anyway, guys, we will be back. We're gonna try and do a show on Saturday. We're gonna try our very best. If I can't do it, I will check my YouTube. I will do those community tabs, letting everybody know what we're up to, and we will be back at some point to get back onto a regular schedule. February just got real weird for me. I was planning out this birthday and. That's what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for joining Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am, of course, who am I? Dr. Cush. Dr. Cush. Dr. Cush. Uncle T. That's what the kids call me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for showing up. Very happy birthday to our good friend and muse of the bar, one of the muses of the bar, not even the main muse of the bar, to Christina Ricci. And thank you to my wife for letting me keep this joke going. This is a very, very, this is a very, very strange joke for a wife to continue to let her husband do. My wife is a saint. Until next time, guys, watch these credits. Some people have moved places. Cheers real quick to Bon Bon, to Keith, to Abry, and thank you to the Greens who just found out about this. Or at least half of them just found out about it, for being allowed to stay after the bar close and for being allowed behind the bar. I appreciate you guys. Watch these credits, and we'll see if anything changes. Till next time, bye-bye.